All right, mic check, mic check, mic check. Morning Masters podcast, your host, mate, of course. First and foremost, I want to thank all the supporters, all the listeners. Week in, week out, y'all do a great job of supporting me, listening to the podcast, sharing it. Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. Definitely Facebook, though. Facebook is my main source of support. And I think it's because Facebook is more like a close-knit community type of vibe. So shout out to all y'all, man. I wouldn't apologize for my last, I don't know how many, maybe 3 or 4 episodes. Not that they were bad, but I really pride myself on audio. And I didn't know I had a problem with, I ain't got it right now, my mixer. So the cord in my mixer, I guess, had a little, it's broke. I didn't know that. And I heard a buzzing noise. I had to keep tampering with the audio, but me doing what I'm doing for a long time, I've been able to tamper with it and kind of fix it. But there's been like glitches in the audio, if y'all heard, where it's going in and out. Nobody's saying nothing. It sound like, I don't know, you like rubbing styrofoam together, something like that. So yeah, man, I want to apologize for that. I did not know that was going on. Came in this morning. Shout out to Black Elmo. You know what I'm saying? He gave me this sweatshirt, by the way. I told him I need a medium. As you can tell, I definitely need a large, but do not tell him that. I just wanted the shirt. I ain't gonna lie, I just wanted the sweatshirt. And I wanted to support. So I went ahead and got the medium. So yeah, make your jokes. I know, small sweater, right? Yeah. But yeah, I had an episode to do this morning, right? Really bothers me, man. Really bothers me because I pride myself not only on my audio, my sound, but my business practices and how I always arrive on time, how I'm just my punctuality. And I felt like I was here early, everything was set up to go, and then I realized that the mixer was broke, or the mixer wasn't out of commission rather. So now I'm like, damn, what I'm record on. I do have another device, but that device I only have to record Thinking Out Loud on, or events where I'm at, like the gym and stuff like that. A special listener gave that to me, a supporter gave that to me, and so I use it for those reasons. I didn't want to go to that because I also feel like this. I feel like people come on this platform, pardon me, people come on this platform, they come in because they've seen things they like. They've seen some content they like. They've seen interviews they like. And I felt like I would have, like, I would have felt bad knowing that, damn, he came here seeing this episode, but we're using these kind of mics, which is nothing wrong with them. I love these mics. But we're using these kind of mics and using this piece of equipment when everybody else done got the works, got the big equipment, got the bass, got all this other stuff. And I was like, nah, I got to find a way. So shout out to my guy, Juan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know, man. I love you, Jace. Shout out to Jace. Vegan King. You know, vegan of the year award goes to Juan. But he let me get this Evo 8 interface, right? So I got this interface, Evo 8 interface. I bought it about 2 years ago, $400. Never used it. I tried using it. I tried. Just could not. I couldn't get to come and like it. It was complicated. I had to figure it out this morning. Had to figure it out, you know. So shout out to me for figuring it out. By the way, that's what I'm using now to if you can see, I'm using that now to record this episode right here. So if the audio sounds great, let me know. If it don't, let me know. But I was used to a different piece of equipment. I had that other piece of equipment since 2016. So 6 years. That mixer is older than my daughter, my youngest daughter. So I'll try to get it fixed, and I'll try to do that. And it's one of them things. Like every December, I normally take December off. Most years, I take December off. Anybody that follow me, I don't record in December a lot, but the demand was pretty high in December, so I wanted to do half, or at least do two, do some this week, whatever. But I'm always gearing up for the next year. So whereas I want to come out in January swinging, my first episode wanted to be a certain person. I wanted to have a certain feel. The first few, I knocked the first few episodes out. Boom. That's how you know it's March, and you done won the whole first quarter in podcast wise, and that's always my goal, is to put out great content. So yeah, all that to say, I do apologize for that and the audio being messed up. So if you've been watching any episode, I'll try to make it up, try to do another episode, or try to do more episodes with certain people to make up for those ones that I put out that had audio glitches in there. I didn't listen back to none of them, so I apologize. I do want to touch on a few things, though. So first and foremost, I want to say shout out to Black Elmo Films, you know what I'm saying? He gave me a sweater right here. Go shop with him, you know what I'm saying? His IG is @1 Black Elmo apparently. It's on his shirt. It's on his sweatshirt. But shout out to him, man. Dope interview. Hope the sound comes out great. It's my first time using this, so it may not sound like this. I'm doing this. This is like practice to me. It's a Thinking Out Loud, but it's practice to me because I want to practice on how to get the sound right because apparently I'm going to have to use this at some point. You never know when you're going to use it. So I want to get into something I was talking about a while back. So a couple pods ago, I was talking about, podcasting and, why I feel like you got to distinguish certain podcasts from other podcasters. This is another reason why. I don't get to come in here, hit record, and go home. So this morning when I came in here and to found this mess, it'd have been lovely to not have to deal with that. It'd have been lovely to have to figure out how to use this audio and just say, hey, look, I'm paying you $50 or I'm paying you $60. Get it right. I don't care what you do. I would have loved to have to do that, but I didn't. I don't have that luxury. I had to figure something out. I had to make a way out of whatever I had. Luckily, I'm the type of person I like to have good material, good instruments, just good products to help with the service I'm offering. And me having this it saved my day. Me having extra mic saved my day. My guests having patience saved my day. So definitely shout out to Black M once again for that. And I would say to anybody that's doing, whether you're doing photography, you're in media, you in any kind of you cut hair, whatever, always have extras, man. Always have a spare of something, a spare piece of equipment, an extra piece of equipment, or reliable rather. For these days like this, man. This was a rough month. I was pissed. I get pissed. Like, I love doing this. I get pissed off when things don't go. I was talking the other day, man. Shout out to her. I found out about myself. I found out something about myself. And I'm always talking the good. I like to talk the bad and the ugly too. So what I found out about myself was that hold on. Sorry. So what I found out about myself was that I don't like when things don't go according to plan, like in my head, not like for real. So you might have your own plan of how your day supposed to go. You might have your plan about how your morning supposed to go. When I have something in my head, whether it's a podcast, an episode, a meet and greet with a person, with somebody I know, I don't know, whatever, my ride to work, going to work, being at work, picking up my kids, being with my kids, recording with my kids, whatever. Whenever something doesn't go the way I envisioned it to go in my mind, I think I catch an attitude. Like, and I'm starting to notice that by myself. Like, I feel like things should always go how I envision it in my head. And because most times I'm able to get it off. Most times I'm able to get it off. Like anything I envision in my head, whether it's an episode, a podcast, or whatever you want to call it, things typically go according to plan, Maine's plan. And I'm starting to see that whenever it doesn't go the way I want it to go, not even saying my way, I'm just saying how I envisioned it. Because sometimes it can go a certain way, and it's not how I envisioned it, and it can go smooth. I'm still kind of upset. I'm like, damn, it's not what I really want it to be. But I'll take it, though. So I find that I don't like that, and I want to change that by myself. I ain't got no New Year's resolutions. I don't have none of that, but that is something that, I intend to work on. So if that means I have to stop envisioning too many things, then I'll do that. But I haven't figured what that meant yet. But I know that much about myself that I definitely have to draw back a little bit from when things don't go my way. I'm talking about something so small. I envision you having a red shirt on and it's yellow. Like, oh, why you got that shirt off? I just get upset for no reason. It's really stupid. It's really dumb. It's really, really dumb. But enough of that. So my last thing out loud, one thing I forgot to talk about that I did want to touch on was this, right? So it's this meme, probably been going on for a long time, but I finally came across it. It was a meme that said, Soulja Boy is more of a rap legend than Nipsey Hussle. Okay? Before y'all start to agree, disagree, I don't think neither one of them are not legends. I also don't think there's ever a time we need to put Soulja Boy and Nipsey Hussle in the same category in almost anything. That's not a disrespect to Soulja Boy. It's not a disrespect to Nipsey Hussle. It's just these two are two different people, and we have to acknowledge that before we start making comparisons and contrast. When you compare somebody, it's knowing because they have something in common. Even you want to say rap, I wouldn't consider Soulja Boy to be a rapper. It don't like, yes, he makes music, but I don't look at him as a rapper. At least not the same kind of rapper as Nipsey Hussle is / was. So I want to take a little dive into that though. Like, I want to give Soulja Boy a lot of credit. And me and Black Elmo talked about this in the episode that I'm dropping on Monday with him. It's uploaded right now. We talked about this, and we went in depth a little bit. And he agreed to that post. Soulja Boy is a legend in his own right. Yes, I'll give him that credit. Soulja Boy is definitely a legend. But he's not a legend because of anything he said on a rap tip. He's a legend because of what he brought to the game for things that exceed rap. He's a music legend, I would say. Yeah, he had the song in that era, and that's cool. Soulja Boy, ooh, all that stuff, right? The dancing thing. But you think about all that follow, all that he brought, whether it's the dancing on YouTube and YouTube videos going popping, whether it's the internet sensation thing going popping, the YouTube, the video uploading. I upload these podcasts on YouTube. Like, if you want to really trickle it down, you can kind of say that it wouldn't be none of this if it wasn't for that. Like, he's kind of paved the way for that in his own right. So he's a legend in that sense. He's a legend because of what he brought to the game on a social media tip, that social media presence. He is probably the catalyst. He's probably the catalyst for social media presence, for social media awareness, for knowing what to post, what not to post, what's going to pop, what's not going to pop. It was a good run where Soulja Boy had everything internet-wise, you blame Soulja Boy for. So right now I got a saying, right? There's two people right now that I blame for the month of December in my hometown, how things are going right now. There's two people that I'm blaming for the month of December. All right? You got Slim, I blame him, and he know why. And then you got Reggie motherfucking Middleton, and I blame him for a lot of things that's going on in the city right here, right? And I say that because they are catalysts to things that are going on now. So when all this entrepreneur talk and people saying, oh, I got to go to work, I must not be an entrepreneur, or with me asking what time entrepreneurs wake up, all this type of thing from that one post that he made, he's a catalyst for the things that are transpiring in December, right? Slim, he know why he's a catalyst for December. You got people who aren't even talking no more. You think that they're mute because Slim, you blame Slim. Blame Reggie, blame Slim. I ain't gonna get into it. Long story short, you go to the Soulja Boy, right? And he's a catalyst for that stuff. So when you think about people going viral, you can accredit the Soulja Boy. Think about people going on Twitter, you can accredit that to Soulja Boy. All forms of internet, you want to kind of give Soulja Boy his flowers and his credit for, right? So he's a legend in that sense because without those things, you don't have music even going to the direction they went to. You think about Apple Music, you think about ringtone era, you think about all them things. You don't get none of that without Soulja Boy, to be honest with you, right? We can ridicule him all you want, but that's just the truth. He's a legend in that right. He brought something to the game that was never here before. But it's not just on a rap tip. It's more of just music in general, just arts in general, social media in general. So I would never limit him to rap because I don't think he gets the respect that, I'm sorry, I'm not saying that because I don't think he deserves any. I don't think he gets respected in rap per se. But musically, artistically, economically, marketability, all that type of stuff, you got to give him credit in that sense. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. So shout out to Soulja Boy for that. On the other end of this, right? On the other end, you got Nipsey Hussle, who I'm going to be 100% transparent here. I was a Nipsey fan since 2011. I'm sorry. Ooh, I'm fucking. Since 2009, I think he had a song with Lloyd Banks, my favorite rapper at the time. Lloyd Banks, Real Recognize Real, had a song with Nipsey Hussle. I liked his voice. I liked his verse. My first time hearing it, I said, this nigga's dope. I saw him, he looked like Snoop Dogg. I said, okay, cool. Might not work for him, but cool. And then he came into his own years and years later. I always liked Nip, but everybody didn't know who Nipsey Hussle was before he died. He died in a way, sometimes like you become a legend. It's tough talking about Nip because I know how I view him, how I feel about him, but I have to be real on the podcast because I know that people that's watching this expect realness from me, and I know they don't view Nipsey Hussle the way I might have viewed him, and people aren't going to be honest and say before he died, I didn't know who he was, or people not going to be honest and say, oh, I knew him because he was Lauren London's boyfriend. Like that's a thing too. You know what I'm saying? Not no respect to Nipsey Hussle. That's a thing. That's a thing. Nipsey, he's a legend, but he did become legendary after life after death, right? No pun intended. So that's Nipsey's thing. Now, as far as on the rap tip though, he always held his own rapping wise. People loved his raps. He can rap. He can rhyme. Put out a classic before he died, before he got killed. He was on his way to legendary status just based on that album alone. That album is probably one of the best albums to drop of that decade. If you just be honest, the last 5 years of that decade, ain't too many people that can say they dropped a classic like Nipsey, especially from the West Coast, besides your Kendrick Lamar's, and maybe that's it, right? What I like about Nip is that, I never been heavy on Game Bank. I always feel like I held my own just by myself. But he made you kind of feel like, yo, I could be a Crip if I just got morals and values. You know what I'm saying? Like his demeanor, his tone in interviews, like how he carried himself, the way he spoke, how consistent he was with the things he said, from him coming into the game to him exiting life. It was very consistent. Morals, principles, values. That's not cool. We don't do that here. We don't record fights. Don't film me. Like it's all consistent to who he is as a person. And I think you can become legendary based off that. Like I think he's a legend based off how he carried himself, because you very rarely see rappers carry themselves in the way that they rap. Like, and I said this on the Black Elmo episode too. I said sometimes rap is like it's like acting almost. Almost like rappers, they write their rhymes and they writing the script out, and then they get the videos, do the interviews, and then they acting what they think they're supposed to be acting like based on what they're saying in their raps. Mind you, that's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I had to make sure the thing was right. Am I good? Oh yeah, that's just how I feel. So I personally feel like Nipsey Hussle wasn't a legend before he died, but he's definitely a legend now. Not only that, because I think people start to see when you go the type of influence you leave behind. I don't think he got to reach his full potential on his earth, but I think when you pass and you realize the amount of people that someone has touched and influenced, your respect for them becomes high, and then that person then becomes legendary based on that amount of respect that they are receiving, and they did receive while on this earth. So I feel like they're a legend for two different reasons. One is a legend based on rap, but I think the other one is not a legend at rap at all. Who's more of a legend? I mean, like I said, you don't get a lot of things without Soulja Boy, so that's cool to say that. I don't have no problem with that, but I think that meme, like that, saying it that way, it insinuates a whole different kind of story to be told, which could be further from the truth. Granted, that story don't tell you the downs of Soulja Boy. You know what I'm saying? Ain't too many downs when Nipsey Hussle. The fact that, man, he just got killed. But ain't too many downs. You don't see too many embarrassing clips. You don't see too many people talking about him, or he's well respected, which is something that I feel like legends want. Whether you're a good if you're a good basketball player, you got some people that's Hall of Fame basketball players, and you got people that's respected basketball players. It's up to you what you want to do, but I think Nipsey is definitely more respected in rap. He's more respected as a man, as a person who's about his values and principles. But Soulja Boy definitely changed the game. That you can't deny. And if he didn't change the game, he came around a time where the game was changing, and he capitalized off that 100%. But you gotta give him credit. I don't like that narrative. I don't like narratives where I would never compare Soulja Boy and Nipsey Hussle. One, wants to be, and I feel like I'm even gonna do that. When you start doing that, you start to discredit people. And I ain't trying to discredit nobody because I don't know them people. I don't want to discredit Soulja Boy. Like, he did what he had to do. But I don't feel like, I feel like putting them in the same category is almost like a slap in the face to a lot of things, because they represent two totally different worlds, in my opinion. Regardless of what they might say out their mouth, they represent two different genres of life, in my opinion. So Um, that's just my thoughts. I don't think that they should be compared. I get what people trying to do, but I think people do have to piss you off sometimes because the reality of all this is that Soldier Boy, regardless of what he did, he's a legend. Yes, it's something about a living legend that people feel like they can ridicule you and clown you and down you up until you're not living no more. So it really sucks to be a living legend because people will still shit on you even though you're a legend. Like people still joking to you, he like a crackhead, he did that. But in the same breath, when people know that you're going, you can't propel yourself in this legendary status no more. People will use that against you too. So even saying Soldier Boy is better or more of a legend than Nipsey Hussle, it's to piss people off that are big Nipsey Hussle fans. And I think anybody that will create a status like that or a meme like that know what they're doing. You know that it's gonna cause some form of talking because everybody not gonna do like I just did. Everybody not gonna react critically using their brain. They're gonna react emotionally, which goes back to my last episode. People be too emotionally attached to artists. Now, luckily, I'm not gonna lie, I am attached to Nipsey emotionally because I like what this music makes me feel. I do like that, but not to the extent where I can't see the truth in this meme or the truth in that post, the truth in that saying. Yes, it's true, but I just would never compare the two because I feel like it's just a waste of time, and I feel like it's clown behavior to do so. So yeah, really, this thing allows is pretty much done. I just wanted to I wanted to test the audio. I don't know how it's gonna look. It looked like it's good. I might have it down packed now. I don't know. The 2 mic thing is really messing me up because when I got 2 mics, I don't know what I'm doing. I have to figure it out a little bit, so I'm still gonna play with it a little bit more. If the sound is great, let me know. Shout out to Black once again. Also, before I get out of here, check me out on Newbie Vet YouTube page. I'm not sure when it's dropping. He just posted a clip today. I did an interview, which I don't normally do. I was interviewed by Jazz Paul. If you ever look at my I had him on this episode, JP the Demigod. Shout out to Jazz Paul, man, over there with CTC United. He's the one also that is throwing the Independent Hustle Awards. Shout out to him. Shout out to that whole crew over there, man. I went to studio today. It was a dope vibe, dope setting, crazy studio. I love it. We had a dope conversation. Go to Newbie Vet. It's NEWBIEVET on YouTube. You type that in, it should pop up. And if you see me, go watch the episode. I'll try to put that link out and send it out to anybody who wants it once it comes out. If you got my number, you would text me. If you wanna see that interview when it comes out. If you just post on here if you want to see the interview when it come out. Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff, Snapchat, whatever. Let me know if you want to see it when it come out. I feel like it went really good. I'm not gonna lie. As somebody who prides himself on interviews, I really got to give credit where credit's due on getting interviewed. Because I was one of the people that felt like I always feel like it's hard for me to get interviewed because everybody does podcasting and not really interview style interviews, and I be wanting to get interviews sometimes. I want to know how I feel to be on that other side of it, and I thought that was besides Slim, of course, that was one of the times where I've got an interview where I felt like and Ken, where I felt like okay, I'm ready for this to come out. I want to see how this looks. You know what I'm saying? I think we had a good, very, very, very good conversation. So shout out to him. You can see that up there. I don't know any posts when he put out. I didn't ask no question about it. I just give people their times. This Monday, the Black Elmo's Films by Black Elmo episode should be dropping on Monday. This might drop on Sunday, maybe tonight, depending on how I'm feeling. Who knows? You know how the sound is. Let me know if the sound is good. Okay? Let me know if the sound is good. If you need to remember anything from this month, if your December is pissing you off, you strapped for money, Christmas ain't looking too well, can't get your funds together, things ain't going right, blame Reggie and blame Slim. It's their fault. We're all in agreement to that. So shout out to them guys, but we blame y'all for all things wrong in December. Okay? And you guys know why. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, another Thinking Out Loud, I did have one more thing to say. I just cannot think of it right now. And I feel like me plugging that interview really messed it up because I was about done and I knew I had one more thing to say. And I want to turn the camera off. I want to say it. But the way I do my Thinking Out Loud, it got to be pure. So I don't like to edit too much on Thinking Out Loud. I might edit the light and the video and stuff, but for all my movements and me saying stuff, I don't. My name is not Bobby. Y'all should know that by now. I go by Bobby Boucher on Facebook. My name is not Bobby. Me and my daughter watched Waterboy one day. We was cuddled up watching Waterboy. This is Brooke, my oldest. And we was laughing at the way he was talking, and she makes the joke. He says, Daddy, well, he talk like you. So I changed my name to Bobby Boucher. Sometimes you call me Bobby in the street, I might say hey, I might not say hey. It depends. It's not my real name. However, I do like to go by that now, so that's my name. Nicknames, yeah. Hey, 2023, we're starting a whole new clean slate. All right. If you got a nickname but you don't live up to it, we are going to rename you in 2023. Okay. I think I still stutter, so I can keep my nickname, but we ain't getting to that. But there's other nominees for that nickname. Also, I feel like Slim doesn't need that nickname anymore because he's not Slim anymore. He's actually well rounded. We might call him well rounded. I don't know. But yeah, we definitely doing that. This the main and Slim Awards. We serious about that. We haven't talked and had an official meeting about it, but when we do, I'll give you more updates on that. Let me know any awards that you think I should give out. This is for fun and games. It's all fun awards. Not saying that anybody that get one should feel away, because if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. Okay, who cares? But it's for fun and games. It's just for lighthearted humor. So let me know any funny awards you may want to give out and who you nominated for it, and we'll go from there. I'm going to end there, man, because I'm not sure. Another Thinking Out Loud. We out. Damn, I feel like I'm missing something. Yep, it is what it is. We out.